Welcome back, everybody, to the Coach Approach. Let's talk about what to expect when you go in for an interview as an assistant coach. All right, so you've gotten that first interview for your assistant coach job. What are you expecting when you go in? What is expected of you by the person that is interviewing you? Well, the number one thing after talking to several coaches is they're going to want to know about your work ethic. Head coaches, athletic directors, they do not want to hire someone that is going to sit around. They want to hire someone who's going to take initiative, see that something needs to be done, go over there and do it without being told to do it. Now, in the coaching business, you see more and more people lacking a consistent work ethic and, really wanting to work, in all honesty. So we are looking for people who want to come in and want to work. Now, if you have this, make sure that person is on your resume to vouch for you. Okay, so the second thing that I think is important going into an interview that you have is the ability to show that you have some organizational skills, especially when it comes to creating a practice schedule. Now, you may not be asked to create the whole practice schedule, but a schedule will be given to you in which you have to plan out an individual period like in football that we do. So you may want to take some examples with you of your ability to do such a thing. Now, this is extremely important, one, because it also shows your skill level and it also shows your ability to coach different things. Now, you can take all kinds of examples, from different sports. Just have something that will show that you are organized, you have fundamental drills, you have some teaching points that you could use, and maybe make something up for a specific position or two in whatever sport you're going in. But if you can go in there with that, it's a big plus. This is what we're looking for, the ability to do this. Now, if you don't have the skills to do such a thing, it's going to be taught to you. Don't worry about it. But learn how to do this early on. All right, so the third question you're going to get, and it's really an interesting one because I wasn't really asked about it until these last two interviews that I went through the past year or so. And that's, why do you want to become a coach? Now, for me, I'm an old dog, so I have been in it a while, and it's all about the kids for me. For you, it may be different. What is your motivation? Did you have somebody early on as a player that drove you to want to be a coach, that you saw what they were doing and it kind of inspired you to learn more about, becoming a coach? For me as well, I'm the son of two coaches. So I've been on the practice field or a ball court or a track pretty much all my life. And, that's another reason why I became a teacher too, is they were teachers. So I was always in the school, whether it be the summer, fall, spring, whatever. So, find that motivation. What has driven you to become a coach? This is going to be a question that you get asked, and it's pretty important because they want to know if you are really motivated to be a coach and will stay with it in the long run. Okay, so our fourth thing about, what you're going to be asked in an interview, and it's a pretty important one, is how are you going to get your players to play for you? Probably the second most important question that's going to be asked in an interview for coaching. They want to know how good your interpersonal skills are. How are you going to form the relationships with your players and bond with them? How are you going to motivate them? What's your coaching style going to be? And that's something we're going to talk about in a video just down the road here in a few days. And, it's very important because today's player, it's all about the motivation from the coach and them wanting to play for you. If you build that relationship with them, if you have those types of skills, the players are going to go out there and play for you. They won't want to let you down. Now, they're going to go through their moments, obviously, but if you have this ability to get people to respond to you and get them to play, you will find yourself coaching for a very long time. It's a very, very important skill to have as a coach. Probably the most important skill, in my opinion. So find that way to build a relationship with your players and use it and keep growing on it. Okay, extremely important to get your players to play for you. Can't say that enough. Okay, so a fifth question to expect, and it's kind of an important one, is how are you going to handle disrespectful players? Now, again, this goes back to what we talked about just previously with your interpersonal skills. And you've got to be able to calm down a situation and bring it under control very fast. And they're looking to see how you're going to react. Okay, they're going to give you a specific situation, and they're going to want you to explain how you would handle it. Now, the thing is this is going to be a video that we talk about later, but there's yellers and screamers, and there's those guys who take things calmly, those guys who, as a coach, they give a little outburst of anger and then reel it in and reel the player in. But you got to do it in a way in which you can make the player understand that the behavior they're excuse me, the behavior they're showing is not going to be tolerated. All right. And you just don't want to be the yeller and screamer. You want to have that ability to calm things down, make them understand what they're doing is wrong, and be able to correct that behavior and make them understand that it's not going to be tolerated. You can do this. You can do number 4. You are going to be a good coach. All right, everybody, that wraps up this video on what to expect when you go in for an interview. Now, remember, like I said before, I don't know everything. Don't claim to know everything. These are just some things that I've gathered up from my years of experience in talking with other coaches. So if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, like the video, come back and see us again on The Coach Approach. We'll see you soon.